So, hi folks, I'm at Barnes Wallis Way in Bricket Wood near Watford in Hertfordshire in England. So Barnes Wallis Way might give you a clue to what we're going to go and look at today. Anybody who's familiar with the Dam Buster story, 617 Squadron attacking the German dams. So we're going to walk along the trail here to what is an interesting piece of history that perhaps not that many people know about. But if you are interested in the Dam Buster story, then I think you'll find this piece of history interesting. And also, while I'm just doing the gentle walk, I've got two other videos on the channel about Guy Gibson's last mission, when he took off from in England, and where he's crashed in the Netherlands, then Holland, and he's buried. So if you're interested in that, you can find those two separate videos on the channel. So we're just walking through this wood. It's autumn, it's October 2025. And you'll see the significance of where we are in a moment, and it's linked to the building research establishment, which is very nearby. We're not on their grounds, so this is land you can just walk along. It's that little estate there, Barnes Wallis Way, and this track is next to number 41 if you ever want to come here. So autumn leaves, and luckily a bit of sun today. And we're going to come down to this bridge. And what we're going to see is a scale model of the Mohne Dam that was built by the building research establishment for Barnes Wallis to test how much explosive would be needed to crack the dams. Here it is, and we can see the crack in the dam, perhaps very similar to actually what happened on the real dam. So this is a 1/50th scale model. So that water's been running over there since 1941 is when they did the testing. And there's a little plaque here which gives you the story, so I'll just film this and then you can read it. Obviously the Dam Buster was on the night of the 16th and 17th of May 1943, and this model was built at the building research establishment to determine the most effective way to destroy the dam. 1/50th scale model built in secret by staff from BRE and the Road Research Laboratory between November 1940 and January 1941. Used by Barnes Wallis in the initial test to determine the required weight of explosives and the ideal location to detonate it to breach the dam. As the only part of the test facilities used for the Dam Busters raid that remains intact, it was identified by British English Heritage as being of national importance and listed as a scheduled monument in 2002. Today, BRE continues to give innovators the opportunity to try out ideas before they are applied to the real world, with an extraordinary range of facilities for structural, environmental, wind tunnel, fire testing, and expertise on developing new products and ideas and getting them to market for the construction industry, obviously. So the model here is in 1941, immediately prior to the first explosive test. There's a website as well, and I think it's the same on the other side. Yeah, basically it's the same message. So there we are. The 1/50th scale model of the dam, built between November 1940 and January 1941, so that they could carry out the tests. Obviously the actual raid carried out in May 1943. So that water's been running over that dam, the break in the dam, since 1941 probably. Interesting. And it's a nice day today in these woods. As you can see, it's just a few minutes walk actually down the path, and although it's a private residence area, there is a parking bay where you can just park in, which I've done without disturbing anybody and without taking their parking space. So hope you find that of interest, particularly if you are knowledgeable or interested in the Dam Buster story. It's just an interesting little place to come, and perhaps not that well known, I don't think. Birds are out, sun's shining, very nice. Alright folks, I hope you found that of interest, and I hope to bring you some more interesting stories moving forward. And in the interim, take care out there.